The honourable member from Winnipeg North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I too would like to give a quote, and it's a direct quote from someone in which I think Canadians would respect greatly, and it's the former law clerk here of the Parliament of Canada. Now, I would suggest to you this is an individual that is truly independent, and what he says should be taken with very serious consideration, no matter what part of the House one sits in. This is the quote. "It is an abuse of its powers for the House to use its power to demand and get documents from the government in order to transfer them to a third party, RCMP, that wouldn't otherwise receive them, or to compel the government to give documents to the third party." Look at what professionals, individuals, independent offices, this is one example, not to say what the RCMP are saying. Why is the Conservative Party so focused on continuing with the political game as opposed to listening to what these independent agencies are saying?
The honourable member from Bruce Grey, Owen Sound.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. Look, I'm not aware of any political games. As I highlighted clearly in my speech, I'm speaking to this motion for the first time in a speech. The member that just asked me the question has already spent over an hour and a half speaking. He's given 2 speeches on this actual privilege motion. So if anybody's playing games, 2 on this, over an hour and a half, he speaks 10 times more in this chamber than I do. So I don't understand how it's political games for me to speak on behalf of my constituents. And I literally read, Mr. Speaker, 15 minutes of quotes, and I have pages of them. 450 constituents have given me feedback of how upset they are about this illegitimate use of taxpayers' money. And ultimately, if the former law clerk has advice, he maybe should have provided that to the current law clerk, because it was the motion here that was supported by the majority of the members, and in your ruling, Mr. Speaker, that actually demanded that these documents be turned over.